Ron Wood, $54,100, 3 times sold to plaintiff.
This is a foreclosure auction where dream homes that people bought for $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 are sold.
$10,000.
PMG, $10,000, going once, $10,000, going twice, sold to PMG.
A family couldn't pay their mortgage. Louis Valdeon just bought their house for almost nothing.
It's a $238,000 judgment, just sold for $10,000.
The next step for the winning bidder?
It's a nice neighborhood, you know, it's peaceful.
Go to the house and evict the people who used to own it.
And he says, well, I'm sorry, I have to kick you out right now.
But after talking to Carlos, Louis changed his mind.
Now you legal are the owner of the property back in possession, all right?
Carlos's mortgage was $256,000. Louis bought it at the auction for $79,000, helped him get a different bank loan, and sold it back to him for $123,000.
If it wasn't for that gentleman right there, I would be out on the street. I mean, I will be probably living in my car.
Louis says he's done this 15 times in the last year, taken a house from a bank and put the foreclosed family right back in it.
My parents were frantic.
Esther's parents bought this house in Avocado Grove in 2005 for just over $600,000. Why the farm?
Because my dad in Cuba, my dad always had a farm. And my dad has always loved to have a farm.
Then the family business failed. When the Gonzaleses couldn't pay the 2 loans on the property, Louis grabbed it in foreclosure.
$27,100. And I said, I'm going to be making on this property here $250,000 net profit to me by the time I'm done.
That's when he met the Gonzaleses. Instead of evicting them, he told them he would help them.
Honestly, I thought he was lying.
How high are you going?
Louis paid $30,000 for the property at the auction. He sold it back to the Gonzaleses for $10,000 and kept the Avocado Grove as his profit. He's also helping them get a reverse mortgage on the other loan so they can live here for free for the rest of their lives.
I think he's an angel sent from up above. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Nobody would do that.
Louis Valdeon, some people who know what he does jokingly refer to him as Robin Hood, buying foreclosed properties from rich banks and returning them to heartbroken and nearly broke homeowners.
This is how it's done every day.
Louis owns a company called Miami-Dade Foreclosure, which buys 100 properties a year at the auction. Most he fixes up and sells to the highest bidder.
We spent about $15,000 remodeling that house.
But about 15 times a year, if he can get a mortgage for the prior owner, he sells it back to them. Louis made $40,000 selling it back to Carlos. If he had sold it to someone else, he could have made another $40,000.
Louis, you know, if it's not for you, I'm going to get divorced, I'm going to live in my car, and I'm going to die. So I said to him, wait a minute, is that worth $40,000? It's not.
He lost $250,000 profit by giving the Gonzaleses their home.
And I come here and they treat me more than family. So for me, that's more important sometimes than money.
The homeowners are happy. The banks are not. Louis could care less.
I think, honestly, the banks made their money. They are the ones who created this problem. They made millions of dollars by charging closing costs, closing fees.
For Louis's plan to work, the homeowner has to have someone willing to sign for their loan. Carlos's mother bailed him out, but realizes she couldn't have afforded the home if Louis had sold it for what it was really worth.
Super nice, super nice.
Foreclosure's a horrible thing to go through, unless you're lucky enough to meet Louis Valdeon.
He thinks he's a beautiful person.
A person who made their home a sweet home again.